Yes, may galamay nga adlaw kanatong tanan og welcome diri sa itong panaguban sa atong tulumanong tambayan sa Radyo Pilipinas. Kaban ni Armando Finiquito mga igala. Anyways, may gala karon pa dyan na balik ang live stream dinhi sa Facebook. After nga na-awardan ni Meta og 180 days nga suspension. Ambot 180 days nga suspension ay grabe pod ay. Anyways, mga katambayan, kagahapon, Monday, usang date kapon, November 25, nagsugod na ang 18-day campaign to end violence against women o VAW, no? Kung asa, dagan natin mga nagkadaiyang aktibidad, no? Especially sa MUA, sa mga government agencies, nagkaiusag yun, no? Para humanon, no? Kaning maong mga gender-based harassment o kaning mga violation or sa banang akuan, no, diya sa to mga kababaihan, mga katambayan, no. Anyways, dinito sa akuan, no, kay ato ang tawagan ni ato ang Davao City Integrated Gender and Development Division, no, kon IGDD, no, pinagi silang head nga si Ma'am Lorna Mandin mga igala, no, kauban sa atong Department of Justice mga igala, no, pinagi sa atong Regional State Prosecution mga igala, Regional Prosecution ni kuno pinagi ni kisa ba ganito kisa na ganito si Attorney Joanne Grace ba to, tama ba? Si Janet Grace, attorney, of course, si Regional Prosecutor, Attorney Janet Grace Fabrero mga igala. May isa na siya dito mga igala, og si Attorney, sa ito balikan akong kodigo mga tambayan, no? Si Attorney, so, nato din mga katambayan, no? Atong i-browse, no? Ba't naman sagot na dito kadali, pod god, nato din mga katambayan ang ato ang kuan. Isa ako sang i-off ning audio. Nato diri lapita. Kasi itong abogaduha to si kuan. Kala nga post aning jinggoy. Narama kayo. Si Attorney Joanne Carla Guevara, ang assistant State Prosecutor, Regional State Prosecutor, no, kauban sa mga igala si kuan, no, DSWD 11 Regional Women and Solopan Focal Person na si Ma'am Sherlyn Concobierta, no, Police Regional Office 11, Spokesperson Major Catherine De La Rey, o si Talikala Executive Director Jeanette Ampog, no, para sa ilang hiniusang statement mga igala, no, sila tanan hatag statement para sa 18-day campaign to end VAW. Ato ani paminawon mga katambayan.
The city is committed in addressing violence against women, and one of its manifestation is the creation of the division under the office of the city mayor, no, which act as coordinative and monitoring body. So ang among division nag-partner na sa lain-laing stakeholders because we have this Women Development Code, and we highly specify and emphasize that on today, November 25 until December 12, maugid na siya ang atuang annual campaign, no, in the Philippines to raise awareness and unite individuals and offices, mga organizations in combating violence against women. So makita nato ang padayon ng pagtaas, no, sa mga kaso ranging from battering, economic abuse, even sexual abuses, rape. And that's why maayo ang atong, no, coordinative efforts along with service providers in government, atong mga CSO partners, atong mga POs, kasi this is everyone's concern po.
Electas also DSWD and si Major De La Rey, no? Kasi yung mga issues, like for example yung sa Davao, I think yung mataas incidents ng rape cases, has it been, paano po natin siya ma-address, and also to Ma'am Charlene, ano yung mga pressing mga interventions from that is undertaken by the SADC. We start with Ma'am Katarina lang.
For the rape cases and other violence against women and children, actually, sir, we conduct various pulong-pulong kung diha sa mga barangay, and then we also conduct education, information to children diha sa mga schools po, for them to be aware kung ano yung rape, ano yung sexual abuse, ano yung mga prevention, at ano ang dapat gawin kung yun ay nangyari sa kanila. Kasi usually sa mga victims, takot talaga silang magsumbong dahil tinatakot sila ng mga perpetrators. Pero sinasabi naman natin is nandyan ang police, nandyan ang DSWD para tumulong sa inyo. Huwag kayong matakot. As soon as nangyari ang insidente, i-report agad para mahuli agad natin ang suspects or suspect. Huwag natin paabuti ng buwan o ilang araw para po ma-inquest po agad natin or para diretso po natin makulong yung suspect at hindi na po siya makapagbiktima pa ng ibang babae or mga bata.
Before I go to Ma'am Charlene, I would like to ask Attorney John or Attorney Perez, because yung sabi ay isa yung bawsi mating kaso, you said the DOJ Action Center, they also cater yung mga gano'n na para mabilis yung action.
Sa regional level, since ang violence-based na mga gender-based na violence cases does not only cover 9262, it includes the anti-rape, safe spaces, we have the anti-harassment law. So in fact, yung ating trafficking, PIP and OSAEC, they are also part of this gender-based violence na cases. So like rape, kailangan natin ng case build up under the new Department Circular 20. So kailangan mabigatin natin yung kaso, no? And in fact, maganda ito na proseso because hindi lang assistance, psychological assistance na ibibigay natin, social assistance na ibibigay natin sa victim, but we also help them to be confident na may suporta ang gobyerno na talagang makonvict yung mga nag-cause ng violence against her. No? And then on all other cases na hindi covered ng DC-20, so we also, our partners here, the PNP, the DSWD, and the NGOs, also have this mechanism, how to help them boost their morale and encourage them to file cases. On the part of the prosecutor, we are there also to assist, but make sure that the evidence that we present in court are those that evidence that can actually convict. Kasi hindi na tayo probable cause ngayon under DC-20. No? Lahat ng kaso natin ngayon, ang quantum of evidence required by the law is already prima facie with reasonable certainty, which is very mataas na level, which is also positive because we ensure that yung mga akusado talaga is talaga makumbikto. Hindi dahil na mapile lang ang kaso tapos later on makalabas, mag-traumatize yung biktima. So that is supposed to be our end, no, in our gender-based na mga violence cases. We should make sure that we bring this offender to jail and have them accountable for what they did.
So mo to mga katambay no, ang una og ang tipik no sa ilahang pamahayan no. Actually dagan pa kay sila mga kuan dito no statement mga igala no with regards sa kaning 18-day campaign no to end vow no, especially sa to mga government offices mga igala o government agencies no, mapalokal man or national no, nagkayusa para niini nga kampanya. Anyways mga katambayan, balik kita man lang sa importanteng pinumdum nato si Bianan. Yeah, balik na po. Anyways mga igala, balik kita dito sa itong panaguban sa itong tulumanong tambayan sa Radyo Pilipinas. Ini sa to ang tulumano sa to sibian ng Radyo Pilipinas 88.7 sa dahil sa inyong mga radyo. Anyways, mga katambayan, no, padayon niya po itong inisuguton, no, ang 18-day campaign, no, to end vow, no. So daghan pa mga kuan gud, no, daghan pa og mga problema gihapon, no, nga ginakuan, no, say tawagan ni daghan pa og kanang mga babae pod ba nga nagsuffer po gyapon no nga ay mga gender-based violence, no, sa atong kababaihan, no. Pero actually mga unsa ba gid ang VAWC, no? Ang VAWC, no, kinahanglan mo na dili na kanang kuntahe di mo magkay sa kulatahon ning babae diretso na ka man demanda og vow, no. Under sa Republic Act 9262, no, ang VAWC makaso lang na sa usa ka lalaki or anyone, no, kung naamoy intimate relationship, no, such as dating, no, o naging ex ni mo siya, o kanang babae ha, babae or naamoy kon siyang anak, anak mo, o mo na siya ang kon sa Republic Act 9262. So kung naay babae nga makulatahan dira sa buang, dili na siya 9262, mahulog na siya og kanang physical injury. Oh, depende po na siya sa kuan, no. Char, mag-abogado, mag-advise, no. Anyways, mga katambay, no, balikan nato itong mga opisyal, no, sa ilahang kuan, no, pahayag, no, with regards sa kampanya, no, sa 18-day campaign to end vow, mga katambayan. Balikan na to.
So, kakovered po siya ng DOJAC. Just to add, most victims really do not know what to do when it happens to them. Okay, so the DOJ Action Center will give legal counseling, and that legal counseling can be given online through emails sent to our emails. We answer everything. Okay, we also accept phone calls. We also accept walk-in clients, especially for those who are not yet sure if they want to file, if what happened to them was a crime, because you know the violence against women, as mentioned by RP, it's not just, you know, VAWC. There's rape, there's also sexual harassment, there's also Video Voyeurism Act, yung mga video, the nudes that get spread. So the DOJ Action Center receives a lot of inquiries like that, and we give those victims privacy. So we answer them, and then we give them guidance. So what we do next? We can refer them to the PNP. We can refer them to the PAO, and then we endorse it so that the PNP or the PAO will also take note of the endorsement from the DOJ Action Center. So, kaya po Action Center is so that people would know how to act after a crime has been committed. So that is the service that DOJ Action Center provides.
Okay, Ma'am Charlene, may interventions natin, and ilan na po yung nabigyan yung mga beneficiaries pa yun mga sa ating programa sa DSWD.
Okay, for the data sa DSWD, so we have 30 walk-in clients for the first semester until third semester. So others sa Davao region, I think the PNP would discuss on that if ever. Kasi may seras po kasi sila. So sa amin po, may 30 po kami. So those 30 are given interventions like psychosocial counseling, and referral to our CIS or the Crisis Intervention Section if ano po yung need ng clients. And also we have referrals for the legal interventions as well. And also referral din po sa C or MSWDO for the further interventions po ng client po, ng policy survivor or other na mga violence po or victims survivor. So, yun naman po. Thank you.
Okay, si Attorney, si Ma'am Janet, yung kasi, yung last time ka nag-guest it is yung ASAEC, parang there was this yung kaso na online. Kamusta na po yung prevalence nandito since yung last ka nag-guest?
Sa last na nga pag-guest, naay nagumaga isa, pero di pa niya makaano kay napa sa DOJ ang pag-build up sa OSAE. Pero apan bisan man sa hinay ang ang documented cases on OSAE, wala pa, di ko na pwede magkumpiyansa tungod kay every now and then na ay mga kaso sa USAEC, prostitution of trafficking sa syudad sa Davao nga gina-cater nato, no? So, every now and then ay mga biktima nga naana sa na-traffic napay kaso sa intimate violence no, sa ilang mga partner. So, sa pagkakaroon, ang talkala namin na 20 cases na nalambigit ang prostituted women diha sa isgutan ng gender-based violence kanang child support, no, kanang pagpangulata sa customer nila, pagpangulata sa ilang mga partner, no, o kauban tong usay.
Okay, to Jane, can you sa itong imong experience?
Na-experience ako, excited ako nga 14 years old, naka-experience ako, syempre, as a first love, ang first love, ka na idaran na sa, edad na ako, nandala ka mauto-uto, kaya siyempre, bata ka na, inaras ko niya, tapos nagdala ko niya sa isa ka hotel, na wala ko kabalo nga, tapos sa medito tapos ka nang nakulbaan ko, gusto ko mahila, gusto ko masyali, pero wala ko mabuhat, dito mo, wala yung makadungog, kaya namin sa sulod. Tapos iya kong gihadlo, kaya nga di ko magsaba, kaya patagaan ko niya o kwarta, kaya para hindi ko musumbong. Siyempre ako po nga, bata pa, hindi ko kasumbong, kaya kanang di baharan lagi ka nga, hindi ko musumbong, kaya tagalagi ko niya kwarta, pero labtan ko niya, ato na tayo tapos dadlok mo dito niya. Muna to kung trauma sa akong ginabuhay, matong nasulog kasi sa prostitution nga, sa edad nga bata pa.
Okay. I would like to ask Attorney John and Attorney Janet, especially Jane, with the common people, how can we reach them? Ano yung mga activities natin na para ma-access? Parang ngayon lang namin narinig yung kay DOJ-AC, lalo niya people needing help. Paano po natin ma-reach out? Ano po yung mga activities natin to promote the...
Yes, no. Isa po ito sa observation natin, no. I was even saying this to my stakeholders in the IACAT, no, that being the chairperson, even if the campaign has been done for a long time, still may difficulty to reach the grassroots level, no. So, yung mere na typical na dissemination na ginagawa natin to the barangay level, to the national level, would not suffice. So, strengthening means also giving the commitment of not only the stakeholders, but also those who are providing directly the services in the grassroots level. Kaya nga kailangan sa ilalim pa mismo ng ating sa community pa rin, from the family to the community. We already have to more or less enhance their understanding with this gender-based violence that is being committed. Like for instance, it is sad to note, no? I cannot just provide the details. I just found out that the youngest victim of rape is 4 months old. 4 months na bata. But we cannot, there's a jurisprudence in the Supreme Court that we cannot disclose. But that's already something that is alarming. Because as was mentioned by earlier kanina ni Major, not everybody is comfortable to narrate that I am a rape victim. Tama ba? It's not an easy thing to do. And sad to note also, statistics will show that most of the victims ng sexual abuse are children. So, ages 10 to 15 or 10 to 16. Something like that. No? So that's the percentage that we have as far as sexual violence. And in fact, in our region, our record will disclose that in 2023, we have a total of 737 cases filed in our office. And for the first quarter in 2024, we already have 697 cases of violation of anti-rape law. First to third quarter yan. No? And in Bausi or Bao, we have already a total of 454 cases for 2023. And a bit alarming dahil sa first quarter pa lang natin, sa third quarter pa lang natin, first to third quarter ng 2024, we already have a total of 337 cases filed region-wide. So ibig sabihin, the struggle, no, to really disseminate and educate the public about the need to be very conscious about this gender-based violence is a continuing effort. Kasi despite we're supposed to end the campaign in 2013. But still continuing pa, umi-increase pa nga, unfortunately, yung mga dami ng cases that we are handling.
Okay. Before I turn over, ma'am.
I'd just like to add, tama po si RP, very alarming po yung statistics. Sa national level po, in 2023, there were 20,877 rape cases filed in various prosecution offices. And first quarter pa lang po ng 2024, since we're still also finalizing the data, already 9,968 cases. We have reason to believe that these numbers are also less than what is actually happening because a large number of rape victims refuse to actually report. Okay, and many rape victims are not just women and children. There can also be male children who are victims of rape. Also for violence against women, on a national level, in 2023, there were 13,682 cases filed. And for the first quarter of 2024, 7,394. I think it shows the trending that this 2024, tumataas yung number of reported cases, which I think is because of the information dissemination campaigns conducted by our partners. So, the ability to inform, raise awareness for BAW is very important. And you mentioned what project do we have. Actually, today po, the DOJ has a Justice in Action activity in the Rizal Memorial College's College of Law regarding rape, which will be lectured by a very sobrang expert na lecturer po namin, si former State Prosecutor Fiscal Nini Lilian Doris Alejo, andun po siya. And then, she'll be lecturing on rape at saka the amendments thereto and special penal laws in relation to rape. And then we'll also be lecturing on Safe Spaces Act, so yung bawal bastos law. So kailangan po talaga ma-educate ang mga tao para makagawa sila ng nararapat na action kung may mangyari mang masama sa kanila.
Okay. Before I turn over to Amanda, the mic, ito, Ma'am Lorna, sa IGBT, kasi mataas yung kaso nito. Sa inyo rin ba na-report sa inyo? Ano yung data?
If you recall, the Office of the Special Counsel was created as early as 2006. Meron kaming pinipare na 10-year period na statistics. From 2014 to 2023, we have 17,748. Meaning, tumutugma sa national at the local scene in Davao City alone, yung 2023 natin, 2,707. If we compare, on Bausi, then 2022, 1,864. So kung makikita natin yung trend, yung pre-pandemic kasi yung pinaka-mataas in 2019. Tapos bumaba during pandemic period. Tapos bumalik in 2023. Tapos nag-escalate pa siya. In 2022. Tapos sobrang nag-increase in 2023. So, daghan gid ang nag-report because services are available, Isa po na siya. Information also, in a way, we believe is well disseminated.
So, mo to mga katambayan, ang nahimong pamahayag, sa atong mga official, I hope, magkuha na good, Actually, mga moto giingon ni natigingon si Ma'am Janet Ampog ba nga, napamugod daw sa tong kultura gud nga usahay daw ba murag baba ang tan-aw sa mga babae. Makita nato sa mga dili man sa kanang mga nasa mga professional, it's because very kuan naman ng mga babae, very empowered. Pero dito sa mga kuan, especially sa mga informal settlement or dito sa mga kabukiran, makita pa nato na sila, So hopefully mutabang ta sa pag-educate, sa tong katawhan no about sa kanina tawag to nga gender development no, especially women empowerment no. Muna po uban daw pod nga nasubrahan po daw sa women empowerment. Ay nako. Anyways mga tambayan, mo na naglangkob sa tong panaguban karong adlaw no. Sa ngalan sa tibok pwersa sa DXRP Radyo Pilipinas, Davao, ako Kawan Armando Finiquito alang sa tambayan sa Radyo Pilipinas. At sunod po na usab, daghang salamat ug maayong adlaw ang pinta kanunay mga katambayan.